Being able to upgrade Eve from this to this changed my game completely, if you know what I mean, along with some other upgrades like Exospines, starting with the Chain Exospine, which can be found in the parking deck after defeating the boss Abaddon. Simply make your way down to the second floor in the parking garage, and in the corner by a cricket boomer, you'll see a red crate. These crates will contain the Exospines that we'll find in this game. When you open this one up, you'll get the Chain type Exospine, which increases attack power of combo attacks level 2 or higher by 27% for damage output. At level 2, it'll then increase crit damage by 23%, and at level 3, it'll increase the crit rate of combo attacks level 4 or higher by 30%. This is a big one I use during almost all of my boss fights, as it helps you to output tons of damage. After this, make a little more progress and you'll arrive at a place called the Abandoned Train Station, which also has a supply camp. Once you call the train and head to the next location, go down this set of stairs and open this door to find the Planet Diving Suit version 2. It's just an alternate color scheme for Eve's original outfit. Nothing too crazy, but it's an outfit that you can have. After you exit the station, make your way down this pathway, cross this bridge over here, and hang towards the left. Make your way across the ledges, and then when you get up, stick to the railings to avoid fighting anything until you arrive right at this spot, where you'll take out 2 little enemies, and then you can open up the next Exospine, which is going to be the Grenadier type Exospine, which is great if you're a player who loves to use the consumables during your combat, and I'm talking about the explosive kind. It can increase the damage and effect of combat consumables at level 1, at level 2 it'll increase the area of effect of combat consumables, and at level 3 the combat consumables will then deal increased damage and have a greater effect upon hitting enemies from behind. This is not going to be for powerful Nativas. After progressing, you will arrive at the construction zone. Once you arrive at this area, make your way towards the construction site camp. From this camp, walk out across this little bridge, then follow this pathway until you reach an elevator. From this elevator, you want to look to your right where you'll see a bunch of storage containers, and then you want to climb that and head into the building where you'll find the next Exospine, known as the Protection type Exospine. This Exospine benefits players who like to focus around defensive builds. At level 1, damage received by enemies is decreased by 10%. At level 2, shield protection level increases by 1 at maximum, and at level 3, it has a chance to restore HP for 5 seconds while guarding or parrying when HP is 20% or less. I know how much this is going to help a lot of people when they're in that boss fight, hanging on to their last bit of HP. Super useful. Let me know if you use this one. When you're back at the construction site camp, there is a crane operation right by you. When you go interact with it, you'll get a cutscene telling you to get 3 crane key cards. That way you can operate it, and the game shows you exactly where you need to go. Once you get all those 3 crane keys in the various spots, you can now activate your crane and head over to the next section in the game. However, you don't want to do that because there's some secrets hidden here. When you operate the crane, you can slam the beam into the left wall, breaking it. And when you cross that beam, you'll find that the Crimson Tier earrings are there in this box. If you maneuver the crane to the right of the center and smash it into the right wall and break it completely, you can cross over and you'll find another Eve suit over here known as the Red Passion suit. And let me tell you, when you craft this one, it looks absolutely sophisticated on Eve. You'll know you're at the end of the first area in the game when you're at this crater site, and then you'll be able to fight the alpha named Gigas. Once you defeat it completely, you'll then progress over to Zion. Once you arrive in Zion with Lily and Adam, they'll then take you along a linear path to meet somebody, the Oracle of Zion, who is in charge of the town. After that is all done, you'll be able to free roam the entire town of Zion. There are a couple of very important NPCs you need to talk to if you want Eve to have outfits, earrings, as well as her own personal haircuts. Let's talk about earrings. First, make your way over to Kaya at this location called Sister's Junk right here on the map. Buying items from her and other NPCs we'll talk about later will raise their affinity level with you. The more expensive items that you buy, the faster the affinity will rise. When you get Kaya to affinity level 2, she'll have 3 earrings available for you to buy with Vitcoins: Fusion Light, Turquoise Hoops, and Sun Drops. When you raise Kaya to affinity level 3, you'll be able to purchase much cooler earrings like Ear Armor, Radio Pendulum, which is my favorite, and Black Rectangle. Let me know which earring from Kaya you like the best, because now we move on to the next NPC, Roxanne. This information broker is located here on the map by a bulletin board. While I'm here, the bulletin board has tons of quests that you can accept that give you Bitcoins and gold as rewards for completing them. Anyway, Roxanne over here next to the bulletin board will sell items that basically just contain information. By buying out these items and raising her affinity to level 2, she'll then sell you the planet diving suit, which is great if you don't want to get demonetized on YouTube, and the orca exploration suit, which is pretty cute. When you raise her affinity to level 3, she'll then sell you the Mouton Peony, which is my personal favorite, the keyhole suit, which looks really cool, and the cybernetic dress. Just remember, these are just the patterns and you have to craft them at a camp or when you talk to Lily. And the items that you need to craft them are all polymers, advanced polymers, and extreme polymers, which you can find all around the world, or you can just go to Kaya's shop and buy the unlimited amounts from her. Now you'll also have to unlock some other important things like different hairstyles that come with color options and get some other accessories like glasses, which we'll discuss. But before we do this, you'll need to make your way back to the safe house at the tetrapod where you'll unlock your drone skills, aka getting your gun that you can use with L2. And all those mini robots you found that exploded with loot and chests that have drone upgrades can now be put to use to upgrade this. On top of this, whenever you come across drink cans during your journey, Lily built a display for it, and for collecting those various cans, you'll get different rewards that will increase your amount of consumables. And if you complete it all, you'll unlock a very nice outfit that I'll respectfully be looking at when I unlock it. After you get the quest line to head over to the wasteland and you open up your map, you'll start to notice that there are a bunch of exclamation points all over Zion, which is great because now you can make your way back towards the front of the hair salon in the town of Zion, where you'll bump into someone known as Kasim, who gives you a quest called First Customer, where you have to find the hair tools in the wasteland at this location on the map. When you arrive there, it really won't take long unless you die. The quest markers luckily will show off where all the stuff is on the map, so you can easily just scan it and see where they are, pick them all up, and then you can head back to town. Once you turn in the quest to Kasim, you'll then unlock the ability to change your hairstyle anytime you want in the game. By the way, this is the hairstyle I chose and the color, and it looks so good in the Mouton Peony. Of course, you can see my character wearing glasses with this fit, so let's talk about how you get that. When you enter the wasteland, you won't be able to activate any supply camps until you turn on the power. So if you don't want to run everywhere, you should do the quest called Reboot, which will bring you over to this location on the map where a solar tower is to activate the power. While you are climbing the tower, you'll come across an OP Exospine here right by this power box called the Camouflage type Exospine, which is extremely broken for allowing you to sneak up on your enemies because their field of view is completely decreased. At level 2, this increases your attack power by 17.5% for 10 seconds upon a successful execution, and at level 3 restores 15% of max HP upon a successful execution. Pair this up with a skill ambush for easy enemy kills. There is also a camp at the solar power area, and if you follow this pathway all the way up here and then walk over to this edge of the rock here and look down, you'll see another suit box. Drop down, open it up, and you'll get the Racer Highs Nano suit, which is definitely one of the top tier ones in my opinion. Don't worry, the glasses are coming, but we have to just get a few more things out of the way before we head there. There is also another Exospine we need located here on the map past a couple of hedgeboard enemies. Then you'll see an Exospine case right in front of you in an open area with dead sentinels. When you interact with it, you'll be attacked by a beholder and a tentacle sticking out of the ground. When you defeat them, more tentacles and enemies show up, and after the third wave starts, even a dozer enemy showed up and it made it feel impossible. I actually lost a couple of times here, but when you finally defeat all the enemies, you'll be able to open up and get the impact type Exospine that's meant for multiple enemies. Well played with how they put that there. At level 1, it increases your critical rate by 9.5%. At level 2, it'll unleash unstable energy when enemies are dealt a critical hit. Unstable energy deals chain damage to nearby enemies. At level 3, unstable energy will deal more chain damage. If you're the type of player who really enjoys using range attacks, there's also an Exospine for you called the Eagle's Eye type Exospine that can be found on your map over here right next to this elevator. At level 1, it'll increase your range attack power by 10%, But here's the fun part. At level 2, it'll increase the max capacity of all owned ammo. And at level 3, it has a chance to recover ammo from successful hits when attacking enemies' weaknesses from a distance. This is where you'd use the repulse skill when the enemy glows purple and you reveal its weakness and then shoot the enemy. If you head over to this location on the map, you'll encounter another corruptor enemy for a boss fight. This one will spew yellow as opposed to the green one you fought earlier. Once you defeat it, you can move forward here and find the Holiday Rabbit nano suit on the cliff just past where you found the corruptor. By the way, I'm gonna let my editor decide if this is gonna be demonetized, so you might see something censored here just for the purpose of YouTube, but you can enjoy it for yourself. Another awesome suit to unlock is the Cyber Magician nano suit. Let me show you how to get it since it's a little bit complicated. In the Wasteland Basin area on your map over here, you'll see a big fort with a bunch of pressure plates. Make sure to take out the enemies that are being annoying before you start this. Once you do that, grab the cart on the left side of the central gate and move it to the plate by the fenced off room on the left, and this gives you access to a movable orange box. Then move the cart to the other fenced off room on the right. Put it on the pressure plate there to open the gate, revealing a second cart. Take this new cart and place it on the pressure plates in front of the central gate, and then move the first cart to the other plate. This will open the central gate. Now grab the orange box you moved earlier and put it on the final pressure plate on the other side of the gate. A rope will then fall down, allowing you to climb it, and then you'll find a red chest with a number 10 on it. Interact with this chest to make targets appear over the chasm. Just make sure you're not hitting the red ones, as that'll reduce your score. And then once you shoot 10 of them, you'll be able to open the chest to get this design pattern. Now before we get to the glasses and a powerful upgrade, there's one more thing we have to do. One of the quests in Zion is called Urgent Information. This quest is given to you by this specific sentinel at the front gate over here. This sends you over to a mission in the Wastelands to this specific location. To get to this spot is a bit tricky, as you have to hop over this broken road and make your way down towards this area. You'll then find a bunch of dead sentinels on the ground in a very open space. And before you know it, the Alpha Gigas shows up to fight you again. But it's not really different from the first fight you had with it. Once you defeat it, it'll drop a damaged weapon core, which was also dropped from the other boss fight we did in the Wastelands, which we'll need because in the Wastelands, there is also another important location that you need to head to, which should pop up via the quest called Plan to Clean the Earth, which is going to be located all the way north over here with a smiley face. Make sure you stop by at the supply camp entrance right before you enter into here. You'll walk into the spot and see a robot called D1G G2R, who you have to help out by completing his quest, pushing a bunch of buttons in different locations in a specific order. After freeing the robot, you'll then have access to the shop. Now, let me know which one of these glasses are your favorites, starting with Affinity Level 1, where you'll see the oval horn rim glasses, the cat eye glasses, and the metal frame glasses. When you reach Affinity Level 2, you'll get a brown horn rim glasses, laboratory goggles, which is really cool, polygonal frame glasses, and a square framed glasses. Once you hit Affinity Level 3, you'll get classic round glasses, skinny glasses, orange aviators, and oversized sunglasses. The best part about this shop is not just having these glasses, but the upgrades you can get from it. Because from those damaged weapon cores you got from the bosses, you can exchange that for a regular weapon core. Remember, 2 damage will always equal 1 weapon core. And that will increase Eve's attack power enhancement to make you much stronger. And there's also a ton of other upgrades that you can get from this robot as well. Now, I can keep going on with more upgrades, but then it wouldn't be early game anymore. So click on this video over here on your screen.